Hello, Iris Zero here. Hope you're all well. I'm good. Thank you very much for asking. So, I just got back from seeing Blair Witch and I have some things to say.
We found it!
That's not your sister. That can't be her.
Come on! Get in the corner! Don't look! I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sorry isn't good enough. So, first off, I'm a big fan of the Blair Witch Project. In fact, I did a video last week. I'll put a link up where I talked about kind of like a look back, how much I liked it and how it was probably one of the only films, the first and last, to really scare me. So, while I did have high expectations of this, I knew sometimes movies like this could be a letdown, so I said, you know what, I'll give it a chance. And that was the thing, I will give it a chance. And I kind of regret doing that because it wasn't good. Okay, what made the first movie, what really did it for me is it was like in your head. It was like kind of more psychological, shake you up mentally. It didn't really rely on, in fact, I don't think there were almost any jump scares really, except maybe the two bits at the end. But, and you know, that was great. It didn't need it. It didn't need jump scares. But this one is just, it's a lot of jump scares. Just boom, boom, boom. It's very loud. So if you like loud stuff, you're going to like the Blair Witch. You can tell it has a bigger budget, mostly like from the cameras that are used. So yeah, I should probably get into what's the story about. So this is a direct sequel to the movie where it's 20 years later and it's about Heather's brother. And he sees a video and says, okay, she's alive, I'm gonna go see her, I'm gonna see if I can find her. So he goes to the woods with his friends and they try find it, and that's when all the weird stuff happens. So like the title says, not a spoiler, but it's just a regular horror film. It's not special. It doesn't carry anything. It doesn't hold a candle to what its predecessor did. And I'm not talking about Book of Shadows, I'm talking about the actual Blair Witch Project, because Book of Shadows never happened. And it's almost like they made a movie, because the whole thing was, this movie was called The Woods. You saw the trailer, it was like, oh yeah, this kind of looks like a Blair Witch clone. It's like, oh no, it is a Blair Witch sequel. They should have just remained a Blair Witch clone, because as a sequel to the Blair Witch Project, it was so disappointing. I was not happy at all. Maybe at the start there were one or two jump scares that kind of got me, but for most part I just forgot about them and moved on, and that was it, and just sat back when it was over saying, alright, that was a film with stuff happening. It didn't have any of the predictable tropes. Like when you see the characters, it wasn't like, okay, this I know what's going to happen to this character and this character and this character. Well, you kind of have an idea. It goes a little different direction, but generally it was dumb. It was, I'm always trying to be nice and positive when I do film reviews, but I can't with this. It was just so disappointing, and I wish it wasn't made. As much as I really would have loved a Blair Witch sequel, I kind of wish this one wasn't made. But it's there, it's out there. As a standalone horror film, yeah, this could probably be good, but I wasn't looking at this as a standalone film. I was looking at this as a Blair Witch Project sequel, and I did not like it. I was bored for most part. In fact, the first movie divided people. The first movie's like, a lot of people loved it, a lot of people thought it was boring. I loved it. Now I think I'm on the fence. I think some people will like this, some people find it boring. I'm on the fence finding it boring. But anyway, what can you do? It's out there. Everything's a matter of opinion, I suppose, and this is my opinion, and my opinion is I didn't like it. Well, anyway, if you like this review or video, like, subscribe, blah 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 blah. So until next time, which will be Monday, I shall say to you all,